We've got some beef in the frying pan right now, rehashed. Thought the beef was consumed. Thought the beef was done. Generally speaking, I mean, Denny's joined us here on the podcast. He is always a very calculated guy. I think he's very thorough. I think he puts a lot of thought into his business decisions and how he races people on the racetrack. Rarely do you see something that Denny does that makes you scratch your head on the racetrack. So for him to just drive the one in the fence and then turn around 12 hours later and say he did it on purpose seemed very clunky to me for a Denny Hamlin type thing.
Well, he explained it, and it came off exactly how it looked, and it was just confusing. What? You would have finished probably in the top 10, if not top 15, and then you just totally throw your day away. For what?
Doesn't make sense to me.
It's like a real Karen move. It's like a real road rage, just not super cool move. I'm not a big fan of it.
If you're on his pit crew and you bust your butt all day long.
Yeah, that's what frustrates me is you have guys that are busting their ass from your pit crew just in there grinding, trying to find tenths of a second, hundredths of a second. Your road crew building the car, pushing the thing through tech. They get there early. They make sure everything's tight. They checklist everything. Everybody's taking their job very serious. And then you come in and you aren't going to have the best day ever. You're not going to win. So I just let go of the steering wheel and took them with me because I was going to get passed anyway. To me, you owe that to your guys, right? Because now your guys are going back to the plane, eat a damn soggy sandwich, and fly 6 hours home, and you're going to get on your jet and shoot on back to Charlotte and do your podcast. That frustrates the hell out of me being a team guy because I'm I've been grinding all week, leave my wife and kids at home. Obviously, it's a job I picked. It's a job I love, but why am I taking this more serious than the guy that's making $8 million a year?
More than that.
Right? So that you owe it to me. That's a very selfish thing. You owe it to your team to get them the best finish possible because there's, every team's different, but you got to keep the regular season championship. That's got to be in perspective. And if you lose it by 5 or 10 points, you can point back at this race and say, bro, what was that?
It's great to have some rivalries, but when it comes at a detriment to your year-long goals and objectives is when it starts to make you wonder.
What I hate more than Denny going and saying, yeah, I just did it, is guys get out and go, I think something broke. I hate that. I do like that Denny is candid and open about it, and I hope that he doesn't get in trouble for being candid and open about it. Just because I don't agree with what he did, I think it's great content for us and for the fans, and that's why we're here talking about it. If he didn't talk about it on his podcast, it'd be something we breezed over 11-1 into it again. Next subject. But, William Byron's won 2 races. Chevys have won everything this year. And we're sitting here talking about Denny Hamlin, who don't even know where he finished.